Friday, February 6th, Super Bowl's in 2 days. I'm losing my mind. It's all I think about. I had a dream, actually. I had a dream that the score was 38-18 Seahawks, and obviously I was elated. And then I woke up, and that sucked because it felt so real. Anyways, the NFL honors were last night, meaning MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, all that stuff was announced. Jackson Smith and Jigba took it home. It was actually a lot closer than it should have been, my opinion. CMC 2 is interesting. I would have had Puka 2, but I'm not a voter. And it was also just an absolutely brutal night for your boy. Let's share this screen real quick. Last summer, let's see. Do I have to move? Am I in your way? I don't know. Last summer, I bet a rookie by the name of Nick Emanwari to be Defensive Rookie of the Year on May 9th at 40-1. And I was close. He was the runner-up to Carson Schlesinger. Who was great, but it would have been nice. And then June 13th of last year, I made a bet on Drake May to be the MVP of the NFL season. And he, of course, was the runner-up. He lost by, I think, like 5 points, one vote. So it was a brutal night for your boy. I selected two runners-up, I don't know. And I waited almost a year just to be slapped in the face a little bit. So hit me up in a couple months if you want to know who's going to come in second next year for these awards. Not pictured. I did bet Brian Thomas to be Offensive Player of the Year, and we all know how that went. So not all my picks are perfect. Not even, I mean, even these ones are losers. Anyways, let's get past that. It was a brutal night. My brother also had a Drake May bet, so we were crossing our fingers, man. But nope, couldn't get lucky there. So let's talk about the game. As I said the other day, I have a Nick Emanwari bet for MVP. 10-1, I think. Or sorry, not I said 10-1 a lot the other day too. 100-1, 100-1. And yeah, I just think that's the move. I think the move is to bet on a non-court. I mean, there's no move with Super Bowl MVP. It's a tough market, so I'm not gonna advise anyone to bet on it. But it normally goes to the quarterback, because if a wide receiver has a great game, that means the quarterback had a pretty good game. However, in a Super Bowl, and this is not disrespect on either of the quarterbacks, but in a Super Bowl where the most likely MVP winners are Darnold and May at plus 120 and plus 240. Like, I'm all about taking long shots. As much as I love JSN, I don't think he's gonna do it. I don't think Ken Walker's gonna do it, and I don't think Ramondre or Diggs. I don't like the offensive skill players. If I was going to do that, I would just bet the quarterbacks or JSN. I would be between the quarterbacks and JSN. If I thought the Patriots were going to win, I would bet Drake May, 100%. I'm not giving it to one of his skill players. I think he's probably the biggest threat for a touchdown, in my opinion. Although if you look at TD odds, I'm sure it's Ramondre. Yeah. And Hunter Henry. But man, I more fear Drake May using his wheels when they're in the red zone, escaping pressure, that kind of thing. I'm confident in the Seahawks defense. Anyway, going back to MVP, I'm all about taking the shots, man. Like I said, I had a Nick Emanwari bet, and of course, the very night I recorded, he got injured. He hurt his ankle. I think it's a low ankle sprain. He's gonna play. You know, they'll load him up with some painkillers and he'll be good. He'll be himself, hopefully. His odds did drop from plus 7,500 to plus from 75 to 1 to 80 to 1. Not that that matters. I have him at 10 at 100 to 1 on in Kalshi. Actually, let's open up Kalshi too just to compare stuff. Um I will be making a bet today on Ernest Jones. I've made that decision. Um it helps that most of the defenders, not I think Von Miller, yeah, Von Miller and Malcolm Smith, I think, and Ray Lewis are the three defenders who have won it since 2000. Are the three defenders. Let's see right here, right here. Yeah, only three MVPs have been on defense since 2000. Ray Lewis, Malcolm Smith, and Von Miller. All three of those players are linebackers. Um, and they highlight who they like at whatever. I don't think a defensive tackle is, I mean, Byron Murphy's incredible for us. I don't think he's got the name or the attention to win MVP. Leonard Williams is an absolute dog. If somebody on the line was going to win it for the Seahawks, it would be either him or DeMarcus Lawrence, in my opinion, because they've both been pretty game wrecking players. DeMarcus Lawrence specifically has had some absolute insane plays this year, and if he makes the insane play of the game, he'll win MVP. And they do highlight Ernest Jones, who I am starting to really like because he is he's the quarterback of our defense. He's everywhere, just like E-Man, D-Man. They're both everywhere. He had 6 picks this season, which, I mean, that's nice. And one of them was at least one of them was a touchdown. So he's got it. He's got the potential to make a huge play in the game, huge impact. So I will be making a bet on Ernest Jones, MVP. They have him at 125 to 1. I don't see maybe on FanDuel those must be the odds. Let's see. Super Bowl MVP. Wow, they got E-Man at 100 to 1 over here. Okay, so yeah, they are giving everyone long shots outside of, up until Ken Walker, nobody else. Okay. E-Man 100 to 1. Ernest Jones. Okay, that's where they're getting it. 125 to 1. Okay, so if FanDuel was legal where I was living, I would bet on FanDuel for. Oh, I could have just done this all on FanDuel because Nick is 100 to 1 and 125 to 1. Another player I want to highlight is Devon Witherspoon, who Mike McDonald calls the heartbeat of the defense. He is an animal. He is a tackling machine. When he wraps you up, you don't often get away, which has been a problem for the Seahawks defense in the past couple of years, especially cough cough Tariq Woolen. But when he wraps you up, you're not getting away for the most part, and he's dominant. I mean, he can make a big play. I remember his rookie year against the Giants. I think it was his first game of his career. He had a pick six on Daniel Jones. Not that Daniel Jones was anything to write home about back then, but he totally could make a huge play to change the game. Let's go to Kalshi. The big game. Where's the big game? Bada bang. Wow, this has gone up. I think it was 68% last time. Where are we at? MVP. Okay, so you can get anyone you want at 100 to 1. Which you're better off doing FanDuel at that point. But I don't have FanDuel. So Kalshi it is. Yeah, so I like E-Man as a long shot. I like Ernest Jones as a long shot. If I thought the Patriots were gonna win and I wanted a long shot, I would go for where is Marcus Jones? You can get him 100 to 1 here. Which could you get him on FanDuel? Marcus Jones 100 to 1, yeah. So I mean he returns punch for them and everything. Realistically, it's gonna be Drake May or Sam Darnold, but that's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm going for. I'm taking the long shot. Okay. So yeah, they don't even have Witherspoon on their list, but man, he is a force for us. Harold Landry's not going to be the Super Bowl MVP. Clavon Chasson's not going to be the Super Bowl MVP. None of these guys are, but you know what? I'm going for it. So whatever. Um, Eman Warrior's going to be fucking motivated. He probably feels as though he was slighted on not winning Defensive Rookie of the Year, and not only was he did he not win, it wasn't even close. Carson Schlesinger, oh, they don't have it here, but he got like 400 of the vote, 400 of the points, and E-Man was next up with like 198. Let's see, DROY voting. DROY. Okay, Google AI, thank you. I know you're not reliable, but I'll use you since nobody else can fucking give me the information somehow. Wait, wait. Okay. Yeah, I don't care about the Falcons guys not winning. Um, Whatever. Carson Schlesinger got 40 first place votes, and he's the green dot of their defense, and he's a rookie, and he had 156 tackles, I think. Um, I can't I don't have the stat in front of me, but he also had like 30 more defensive stops than any other rookie. So I get it. But man, I feel like it should have been closer. If he had played a full season, man, anyway, he's going to be motivated. He's going to be on one for the game, and I could see him popping off. And I just wanted to talk about the game a little bit, I think. I'm very nervous. I can stop sharing my screen, I think. I'm very nervous. I feel confident. I think we are on paper better pretty much across the board. Drake May, I would say, is better than Sam Darnold, but they don't have a guy like Jackson Smith and Jigba. They don't have. If they use Travion, I mean, they have a good running back. Ramondre doesn't strike fear in my heart, especially since we have a great rushing defense. And then defensively, man, we're just on our own level. The Seahawks are on their own level. But Mike Vrabel is a killer coach. Mike McDonald is too. It's gonna be a good coaching matchup, and I just need this to happen and be over already, and the Seahawks to win. And I'm dying over here. I'm got the smile on my face. I seem chipper and happy, but inside is a battlefield in my heart. It's a battlefield. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Literally, when I woke up from my dream this morning, 38-18, I will not forget that score. It was so vivid. It felt so real. I was celebrating. I was so happy. And then I woke up and I realized, oh, I still have to wait a couple days. Great. But I got to feel good. I have to feel good. And man, Sam Darnold, he's such a story, man. I can't believe it. Going from the Jets, who gave up on him, to the Panthers, who gave up on him, to the 49ers, who, I mean, he was there to be a backup. So they didn't give up on him. To the Vikings, who 100%, I guess you can't say they gave up on him, but they turned their back on him. They didn't want to pay him. They had the opportunity to retain him or Daniel Jones, and they said, "Fuck it, let's ball with JJ." And that didn't go too great. GM actually got fired like 30 days after like a month after their season ended, which is insane timing. That means going to the free agency and the draft. I don't think they're going to have a hired full GM. I think they have an interim at the moment, but it's weird. Sam Darnold, winning the Super Bowl would be so cool, and it's got to happen, man. It's got to happen. Let's get into what I think is going to be important for the Seahawks. Number one, Milton Williams against Anthony Bradford will be on my mind from start to finish because that is definitely an exploitable matchup for the Patriots. They can kind of that should be a dominant matchup for Milton Williams. Um, and then on their offense, if they can, they're gonna try to dink and dunk. But Drake May is a shot caller. He takes his shots. He's gonna probably have five or so deep balls, and if he connects on two or three of those, it's gonna be tough. No, it's not gonna be tough, but it'll be good for the Patriots. I do love having Rashid Shaheed in the in special teams. It just makes me feel as though we'll never, we're not gonna have any boneheaded turnovers, and he's a threat to put us in a great spot or even score every time he touches a ball on a kickoff or a punt. So I like that. I like every. I like. We feel. I mean, we're the favorites for a reason, and but it's the Patriots, and the world is against them basically, and that's the scariest thing because this team has won what, six Super Bowls since 2000. Tom Brady has more Super Bowls than any one franchise. Granted, that means he got one without the Patriots, but it's just scary and I need it to be over. And it will be over soon. And I hope when it is over, Sam Darnold is raising that trophy and Nicky Manwari's got that Super Bowl MVP in his arms. Um, and I will cry and I'll come back and I'll post a video of myself crying. Let's see. Do I have anything else I want to discuss? I do think it's crazy that Mike McDonald, I mean, not that this matters, but Mike McDonald was not even second in Coach of the Year voting. Liam Cohen, who did a great job with Jacksonville, but Liam Cohen was second, and the entire world thought the Seahawks were fucked this year. They thought, oh my God, they traded Geno Smith and they got Sam Darnold. That's a major downgrade. They thought, oh my God, they traded DK Metcalf. Who are they going to throw the ball to? Jackson Smith and Jigba can't be a number one receiver. And then we went and took the number one seed and have not steamrolled. The Rams were tough, but we've been an absolute behemoth all season, man. But I digress. Mike McDonald, you are stud. And I think you'll bring it home for us. So, to recap, defensive player MVP. I'm feeling it. Happens rarely, and I think this will be one of the times. We'll see. I mean, I've very unlikely, but we'll see. Rough night last night with the NFL honors, but we'll be back, baby, and we'll be better. And all I can say now is go Hawks, baby. Go fucking Hawks. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get our second Super Bowl, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it. Peace.